In fact, as many as 10% of slave ships experienced a slave rebellion of some kind, according to some historians. Let's now take a step back and talk about the history of slavery. And let's make sure we understand this point. Slavery did not start with the transatlantic slave trade of the 1500s. Slavery has been around for thousands of years. And slavery before 1500 was based on many factors, not just race. It could be based on religion. It could have been based on whether you were a prisoner of war. So let's look at some examples of slavery before 1500. Let's go back to ancient Rome. And ancient Rome's farmers used prisoners of war as slaves. Let's go back to the time of the Crusades, when Muslim rulers in Africa enslaved non-Muslim African prisoners of war. So you have Africans enslaving other Africans over religion. You have Egyptians enslaving the Jews for generations, and that is documented in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. You also have the Vikings of the Middle Ages raiding white villages to find slaves in Northern Europe. Slavery, however, in the Americas in the 1500s and onward was based on race. And Europeans thought that all non-whites were in some way naturally inferior. Inferior means lower. And there was a man named David Hume, who was a philosopher from Scotland in the 1700s. Many people of the day read his work. And this is what he said about race. And many people latched onto his opinion. He said, "I suspect the Negroes, and in general, all other species of men, to be naturally inferior to whites. There never was any civilization." There never was any civilized nation or any other. There never was any civilized nation of an. How come I can't read that? There never was any civilized nation of any other complexion than white. I need to write that out because I can't see it. God damn it. Well, there's a bar that's blocking the quote. I can't read it. There never was any civilized nation of any other complexion than white. David Hume thinks the white race is far superior, and many other Europeans agree. And many other Europeans at that time agreed.